neither side willing to give an inch. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. With 4 points, they would certainly. Hannibal, he had. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Miss Mactu do meeting goal 6 days ago. Katinia, I like this. Tunisia's striker is stepping up to take that crucial long-range shot. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. He's probably had it just covered, but I like the early look, what I expect from them, how I expect them to. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Result, it's Agam where they felt. About him demands more, expects more from his side. Tanaka, Nakamura in support. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Nakamura charging towards the byline. Get it. Looking for. And it's die. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. Well, it's just on. Initiative. Go out there. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. You get that early goal and it starts with slit. Screen. The patience from Naka. End to end. Heart and mouth football right now. Once he has his defender isolated 1v. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Japan's Daisuke Kamada does so well. Japan just nips into that space. It's taking the initiative, being aggressive. Cup 2 or 2G come out in numbers to support 5 or them. Home game, they. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Kamada dulces Japan. Timu Moriyasu shouts, keep your head, keep. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Dame, that's. Cup, he probably didn't know much. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. In years to come, look at the scoreline. All you're going to remember is this role that he contributes to his team finding a way to get on. Japan, to hell. It's a good ball. He takes it out of the air. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. An ambitious effort from him. Japan turning up the pressure here. 3 in the back was going to Mary give them the lit. The energy in the stadium is something special. Tunisia are really making space, running off the ball like it's a playground, but some early problems for this Tunisian side. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. A quick start is something. Before that goal, out of their last goal, a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. This is typically gonna be that. Behind, likes to save it late. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Years, I'm not sure that's. The end second half team. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Have, meaning your tempo still rises in a second. If you're down a goal, you can find a way to get back into them. It's a great start for Japan, putting in the solid performance. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. They're picking them apart right now. And the cutback was just out of reach of Ueda. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. The reach of Ueda. Space. And the Japanese collectively, defensively so. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. The Dutch are really making their mark with a stunning goal. Is Sano. The The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Tomiyasu is one of the key players for Japan in this match. End-to-end, heart-and-mouth football right now. Hajime Moriyasu is making one of his 2 substitutions in the back 3 for Tunisia. Good play in the middle of the park. Sebastian Tomekti trying to get in the game. Looking for a little bit of reprieve. Bernard said his group needed to be. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Them hope once. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. It's a long run. Japan turning up the pressure here. It's a long run for Ali Abdi Zion Suzuki here, out of Parma, and with a 1,000th game in them. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Dignitaries are heading to the stadium, and the main man himself is clung to the action. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Great little turn, square. Clearance inside his own 6-yard box. Own 6-yard box, that is so difficult facing. Tunisia are really under pressure. building with every passing moment here. The energy in the stadium is something special. Quality of the delivery is first, and giving yourself and your team a chance. Japan team a chance. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Japan got a good-looking ball. It was from that Tunisia were able to score against Sweden. Of big bodies from the Dutch and Dallas in their opening game. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Hajime more US saying their keeper. Knowing the conditions might affect them a little bit. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high, end to end, heart in mouth football right now. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Tunisia, first sign of life here. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff of the game. The goal. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. On the end, the goal scorer, Kuma. He had two different options on both feet. Quickly, K-Man. Japan turning up the pressure here. Two options. Nakamura overlapping. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Side. And this is the Tunisia versus Japan match. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up, and the Olas are out here in Monterrey. It's been all samurai blue in the opening 17 minutes. The opening minutes, Kamada. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. This and another goal. He really didn't know too much. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. They all count the same 0 lead for. Tunisia are dominating possession, clearly in control of the game with over 60% of the ball. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Tunisia are dominating the ball in this match against Japan, completely outplaying them in possession and control. And it's looking like a one-sided cup. The Tuvi, the ball is moving slowly and Talbi is in control. Hannibal just gets bullied on the header. M comes all the way back, and B. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Tunisia are gutted. They felt they had it. Could expose Japan. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. You see Tomiyasu just coming through the backside of Hannibal. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Hannibal. Tomorrow on Forks. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick, bounce back, after what was the result of the match. Curaçao earning a draw against Tunisia in their match against Japan, on the East Coast back in the United States. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. About the goalkeeper, what he's capable of. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. but I'm okay with it. The referee was okay with it. Japan find themselves up 1. That was the player. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Picked out at the beginning of the break. Field heats. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Onisha's Japan. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Kamada is back for Japan. See you on the pitch. You see that same kind of spirit and an endeavor on the pitch from his players. His players. In possession, out of possession. The drama building with every passing moment here. Ball back quickly, now up a goal. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Tunisia kept things really balanced, trying to maintain control without getting too aggressive. More you stretch that back line now, because the back line has to be whole. Tunisia really tried to close that gap behind with honest defending. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. That's been on a couple times where the pace of this contest is breathtaking. That right-hand side, the same. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. The same could be said for Tanaka on this left-hand side. It's a bad misread in the middle of. Elias Skihiri is making a run through the middle of the field for Tunisia against Japan. Relentless intensity. Neither side willing to give an inch. Hannibal in a bit of hot water. The Burnley man trying to turn. Perhaps too many touches. The whistle of the referee. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Looking at the likes of Ennis. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Midfield, they have to be the one. The more Hannibal has to try to bet. Wave after wave of pressure. The crowd lapping up every second. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Skihiri's run really helped things move along. Skihiri, Junia Tua. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge-of-your-seat stuff. Junito all the way back for Zion Suzuki, neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. When he was 7 years old, came up through the red. The Japanese Giants, when he was just a real battle unfolding out on the pitch, became the first ever Japanese goalkeeper too. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight now represent Parma at that level. Ritsu down. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Ritsudoan, patient and practicing Matic, cooling break. As we've seen before in breaks can prove to be a bit of a momentum swing or the drama building was every passing moment here. Breaker, if you let them score on the doorstep. Now we're heading into our cooling break, and Japan. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Cooling break, and Japan jumping out to a lead inside of the Tunisia's Marai is once again trailing Japan early on in this clash. Goal of the game and his second goal. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. We'll be right back in a moment for Monterrey. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. CR Consumer. We'll be back in a moment from reports. Recommended Scana learn more Monterrey. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Uh-oh. Battiti bolte ai caramba. Japan turning up the pressure here. Only Duracell is built different. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. That's why legends like Messi only run on Duracell. Play ball. Tunisia's power is on the rise, folks. Gayamaha brought the Cuban vibes all the way to New York. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Bodies on the line, Every inch of this pitch a battleground. When North African flavors met Spanish dough, it's Japan in the ascendancy of the moment. This is what relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Pitch for the USA's men's national team as well, trying to brew something up on their own end. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Tunisia are sitting deep, holding the line and making Japan work for everything. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Tunisia, go wide and make space. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Get them in 1v1 situations. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Tunisia suffering a loss tonight would be official. Japan cannot make it into the knockout rounds. The round of 16 with a win tonight. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Fascinating fixture between Japan and Sweden. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up, depending on what Tunisia are going. A long way to go, that's a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Tunisia are showing real fight to grab that precious win in this group. That will be their desire. He believes his side can do better than the Japan turning up the pressure here. That's the challenge for them. There's been no group of death per se in. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment, trying to come up with a different name for. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. You know a thing or two about Jeopardy, right? Will there finish it up? You are sensational. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. I don't need to see more of you on my TV, but sensational seems quite flat. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Stu, who amito argue? The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Who am I to argue, samurai? Supporters aren't exactly thrilled with Tunisia enjoying a bit of the drama building with every passing moment here. Japan still in full control despite Tunisia have the ball. Ueda has it. Ida from distance, fantastic strike. You can cut the tension in here with a knife, fantastic strike, and the tie. Both benches up on their feet feeling every kick. Tunisia have doubled their lead in Monterrey. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. The energy in the stadium is something special. The cooling break is proving to be a ascent for. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. This first half is exactly how they started off this game. I want you to focus on this entry ball. But that entry ball just clears lines. Tunisia clears the lines and breaks Japan's pressure. Taobi needs to shut down Ueda. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Strike. Thought the moment had gone. I thought the moment had gone. Ueda has an opening. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Technique from the big man on top is enough to be dominant for. Double the lead for Japan. More joy for the Japan FIFA. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Ueda Kamada for Tunisia. Ueda Kamada for America, but he'd gotten the last ring. Japan turning up the pressure here, endured, particularly across the front. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Where was the creativity going to come from? Again, so much credit. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Credit to Ueda for finishing off that play, but the spree into them it's been very passive Tunisia. Hopeful long ball and the Japanese backline do. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight, and it frees up the big man to go and get it. And remember, the goal difference could be a big factor here. If they were to obviously get the win, Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Points with the Dutch putting up a huge performance. Both benches up on their feet feeling every kick. They are most certainly not going to gas Ren. We're facing the two toughest teams and arguably the toughest. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight, but the expectations could not. The energy in the stadium is something special. I'm never going to say. You've worked your entire life for this. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. So unfair. No, now is end-to-end, hard-in-mouth football right now. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. It's words of inspiration, whether it's tactical master Y, the leaders that have been brought into this team. Whether it's midfield, whether A. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. At this point, take some risk higher up the pitch, try, create something on your own right now, paying dividends. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment, but how's that for some work rate from Japan? What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Midfielders, who is bringing the ball all the way back with his back. Ritsudan is able to beat Hannibal into a fool. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Respect for Lamushi, and you can't. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. It's going to be the coach who ends up. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. One's dismissal leverage to World Cup. Elected to go with a different coach, which by. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Wearable to improve 4 points and narrowly missing out. Goal differential. I'm not. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Topic. So many questions to ask. Give them some time to build and shape. You think they can become? of rash decisions, and here you are. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick, and find a way to get results. That being said, what? Wonderful challenge, because if you do, you. Japan handled the ball well once again. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. The energy in this stadium is something special. Again, more miscommunication from. And it is between some of the more. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch battleground, players as Hannibal took one too many. He gets fouled after a bit of, You can cut the tension in here with a knife. He's been with the German club since 2024. Since Talby. Talby, Omar. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Ski-He-Ri, the Japanese player Duon, Ali Abi not alt, committing a foul. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Ali Abi isn't exactly happy with a lack of call. Y3 a little past in the afternoon ba. Star players getting there. Japan turning up the pressure here. And with 4 changes to the starting lineup for JP2026, no problem against the Eagles of Carthage. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Now just wondering when we're? Nerve jangling now as the tension ratchets up. It took them going down 2 goals in the. Good movement here from Tunisia's players. He's making some real magic with the ball, and his feet were a little bit quicker than. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Junieto is on it. That position, a great solo run. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Tunisian players, someone just finding their form, skipping by a couple defenders BFO. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Bring in the other team's mates into the play. Play it. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Tunisia's goals against Sweden before we started. At the moment, this Tunisian side doesn't look like it's going to make it. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. With this result, if it holds like. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Piece like this, they're done. Their tournament's over. Dylan Braun is on the move looking for Ali Abdi on the far side. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Will he stay with Tunisia? A massive triple header. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Another just tremendous day of games for you at the Seamsley. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. More storylines to sink your teeth into. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. If those stats don't tell you the whole story. Expected goals, which of course we're not going. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Tunisia really surprised Japan in the final third, with the entries being really high. Japan having, them having. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. It doesn't feel like that's been the case so far. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Arriving for Japan, Ito takes it. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Japan will have to loop back around. Tamaka, Sano. Both benches up on their feet feeling every kick. Ali Abdi smartly able to win the free kick. Free kick. Penny for his thoughts. Ueda finds the back of the net. Strike it go. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. It goes to the defender's legs, enough power on it. Emotional celebration as well. Something in the Monterrey air that produces bangers. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Ueda come out of 4 that produces bangers here at Estadio Monterrey Lenovo. Tunisia take on Japan in a thrilling clash. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Estadio Monterrey. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Elias Saad had it poking way. Japan can switch the boy. Do Nakamura. Hasn't been nearly as involved. It's been a lot. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Side of the Japan attack tonight. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Japan have still found various different ways. Japan turning up the pressure here. Ball. Oh. Repertoire on display in the roar goes up again as they surge forward. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Now you're dropping into this. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Tunisia's defense is once again on fire, keeping Japan at bay with some real quality stuff. Ball. So it's been pretty, as long as they're moving the ball. Tunisia and Japan are on fire with those counter movements, totally in sync. It's like they're reading each other's minds, the drama building with every passing moment here. The pace of this contest is breathtaking, saw in the first minutes and elsewhere in it. As this is very much the nightcap specifically for both sets of supporters, in full voice tonight, are staying up and enjoying more white. Japan are on the move. Tunisia taking control in the first half against Japan. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. First half so far, Tomiyasu. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now, Tomiyasu. That's clever from. Powered by they're going to get a free Lenovo iKick referee view. Blue, what? What a year Kamada's had, winning UEFA Conference. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. With Crystal Palace. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Our referee is in charge of his first match, witty T-piece. To be really efficient here, a third goal before the half. For them, it's on the set piece. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Punches straight into his own teammate. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Yuri home to Pote Aratbet, Bonvoy Beta, Etanobe, Globe Jos Vitano, Globe into mate. Tunisia and Japan are locked in a battle for goal with both teams showing strong intent in their attacking play, the crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. They believe he is the man that can give him the inspiration because this first half has been the brink of elimination if they absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Nakamura, what a sublime touch. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Tunisia showed incredible composure in the closing moments to keep Japan at bay. Tunisia launched a blistering counterattack and Saab is the man in the box. Jan Valeri. A missed tackle from feet. The last touch is have been slept. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. See the way 2-3 different players came over from. Been a promising transition moment. Maybe the gamble, commit more. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Numbers forward to support the likes of Saad and Valerian. Instead, the ones putting in the most work to help. Official indicating 4 minutes at the minima. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. At the minimum, added on to the end of this first half. The drama building with every passing moment here. End of the first half. A hasty cross and straight into. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. A quick cross and straight into the hands of Eamon Damon. So interesting distribution from the goalkeeper, trying to find bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. Tunisia's Worrell is making a deep throw-in for the Maghreb side now. There are more to come, trying to hold this deep throw-in. I'm not sure it's going to change what I'm. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Renard is about to deliver a fiery halftime speech, but it seems the sentence got cut off. Tunisia are back in front against Japan, and heart-and-mouth football right now. Mem 1 was he fouled. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. The ref is given the signal, and it's a yes. Hannibal went down extremely hard. Take a look at that collision. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. The contact, it's got to be. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Half if you're a Tunisian fan as it stands, they're going to, but without even registering as a shot. Very comfortable. Their backline has defended. Behind them. Nerve jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Tunisia could be thought of as a real threat here. They've taken their chances incredibly well. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Ueda with a hold of play. Talbi's out. Tunisia are back on their heels and regaining their shape. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Hiroki Ito and Keito Nakamura. The referee says it went out of play. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Out of play, the Dutch and more. Ayam Miskin, watching the next two opponents P126. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. The energy in the stadium is something special. Teams are really going after the ball in this match. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. This is going to be a real mouth-watering clash. They'll have all. Qualification for the knockout rounds is on the line. Tonekti with the delivery. That went into. Japan turning up the pressure here. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. That's the first shot on goal of the half for Tunisia. The drama building with every passing moment here. The half for Tunisia, keep in mind. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. World Cup 2C FI World Cup lost a game since that loss India against United. Japan take the first half of the 1000th game. See, Japan and Tunisia are going to need quite the halftime speech, and that's the halftime whistle. We'll be back for the second half in just a few minutes. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second, and we are back underway for the second half. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. The job by Tunisia. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Mo.edu Japan Thrialido. Wherever you might be watching, Japan have two. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Japan have 2 goals thanks to end-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Japan have 2 goals thanks to Ayase Ueda and Daisuke Kama. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up, both benches up on their feet feeling every kick. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Hervé Renard is on fire with a passionate speech, a group trying rally their cause to remain alive in the World Cup. Strong header along the back line from 2. Arsenal only played. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Months due to a myriad of injuries she's been enduring. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. 80 injuries he's been enduring do and leaves it. Don't leaves it off for Junito and the sliding challenge from. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Ali Adbi, Japanere, Damen. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Eagles of Carthage dominated the entire first half. Abdi Rakik Talbi Ben Homida Valeri, neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. What an occasion this is, the stakes, sky high. Kevin De Bruyne that unraveled Japanen. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. That game started what was just a brutal group stage. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Tunisia bounced back obviously in getting to the round of 16, with Nakamura, Tanaka, Sano and Don all involved. Croatia's penalties, Tanaka from distance, and he had just such good movement off the ball from. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. The top of the box, he has Tunisia's Ujao, kind of snatches at it. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. He's looking for it, but once again, Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Japan are pushing hard in the second half, applying solid pressure right from the start. The second half is about to begin. There's the Japanese back line and Hiroki Ito and Hirokito. Japan turning up the pressure here. Tanaka for Nakamura. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. He's got over appearances. The drama building with every passing moment here. He's got over appearances with Reims in the fray. Football pyramid Ramnaball Japan. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch a battleground. They're just one pass away from making a count. Challenges in the middle of the field. Japan has been so slick out of the back. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. The ball with his first touch being. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Runners off the ball. This is better. This is better. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Pal space, Jan Valeri. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Of Hannibal, he's claiming that it took. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. 25H and the referee agrees it stay. Tunisia are playing positive, creating movement and keeping the ball in motion. Tunisia are really pushing forward with some great passing movement, not just slicing it wider back. You see how it can be so beneficial for them. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Hannibal floating to, group playing. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war, reserve position than we saw in the opening. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. The opening game under the tutelage of Sabrina Mushi. Tutelage of Sabri Lamushi Omarake. bin Hamid Dupah. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. When they get full position, almost like Japan, you can cut the tension in here with a knife, that perhaps trying to mew. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Tunisia are looking to conjure something up on the counter, both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Doan is asking for it on the right wing. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. Tunisia have been in control. Tunisia really stepping up in the second half, claiming more second balls and taking control of the game. Tueda getting his body in front. Tunisia win the initial ball, but the secondary players that Tunisia now take control. They're moving the ball around. The ball is gone and they're charging down the other side. Just have to note this atmosphere one more. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special, what football means to them, are anywhere on the globe. OV. Cup success to go with it, they've never won it. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick, they're passionate and loud about it. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. I think I might have been the only non-Japanese who, no joke whatsoever, there's just a stadium, we see the exact same. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. The Aliabi was, the energy in the stadium is something special. Who idea booth and about was nowhere near that too. Suzuki has the ball, playing in East rear. Advantage of sorts this has. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Perhaps some of the Japanese media will argue with. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high, football never before. Tunisia's roster is packed with Champions League class players. Takumi of Liverpool and Du. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Did you see the movement? A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. He's sharp, The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Now he's back on the ball looking to push forward and make something happen. Tunisia believe they've put in a solid defensive performance so far. Positioning, then stepping. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Out of midfield, to win the ball back for his side. Eli Skier is back for his side. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Match Frankfurt man, his feet by his teammate, Ritsudan. Done years ago. Simultaneously, it was. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. The drama building with every passing moment here, and if that happened in this, think it might too. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Tournament, the first ever clean. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground, both benches up on their feet feeling every kick. The whole stadium on its feet sensing something special. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Suzuki was born in and now P2026B, still East Coast. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Don't tell that to anybody from New Jersey, aka me. There was a challenge in the middle of the field. Ito. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Getting any sympathy or agreement from the referee. Al-Khar. Japan turning off the pressure here. Oh, a car wreck and his mate getting their wires crossed, and then the crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. There's been a couple of moments now where the Ueda Kamada strikers, whether it's making a Japan run, wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Ueda Kamada 4 is making a run from hip, but not S Japan getting the ball from. Force Japan to turn and face. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Ball, at least put pressure, now you can start your line of. The energy in this stadium is something special. Pitch, maybe you force. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. At the moment, the Tunisian side has struggled to organize Japanese backline. Again, the Hervé Renard is entering the match. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Order to beat Japan. Sees what football's a funny game. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Goals in this tournament, but Tunisia have to turn it on, and turn it on soon. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Oh, what a flick that is! The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Japan's collective spirit with so many individual talents shining through. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Collective, it's been. The drama building with every passing moment here. Breaking cast there, he's on the ball again. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. There he is on the ball again, over the top. Tunisia and Japan are showing they can win. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Japan taking their third corner of the evening. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Ito in front of. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Contingency of Samurai Blue supporters. CS. Ismail Garbi of Portugal is going to. Tunisia made a substitution. Fresh legs coming on. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. He's one of the more young and promising players, part youth movement at the Tunisian Football Federation. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. He's caught the eye of some of the bigger clubs in Europe. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. The bigger clubs in Europe, Hannibal, that's got to. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Ali Abdil. He's able to earn the free kick. Wow. End-to-end, heart-and-mouth football right now. V1 departmenting. It's reactionary defending. They use the whip. Actually though, Tuisor us JRP20JU0C22S. Japan ammo time, but it takes a touch, and that allows. Put in a crucial tackle, you see. You see how fast he got back on his feet, didn't you? Tunisia finally stringed together. The energy in this stadium is something special. Progressing the ball, it's... You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Progressing the ball, it's either a slack final pass. Japan made a stunning defensive play to keep Tunisia at bay. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. That was Omar Rekik, the superback, international goal in that game again, against. This is what the World Cup is all about, edge of your seat stuff. He's breaking lines not just with a pass but off the ball. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. That should free up some of his teammates. And our coverage begins at Conjure up against the Saudi Arabians. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Pretty good, a Saudi Arabia side led by that man, Ago. Again, they elected to sack. The drama building with every passing moment here, even though he helped them qualify for the Couch and eventually got the call from. He's got his work cut out for him in the bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. This result holds Japan A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Can they secure their place in the knockout stages? The knockout rounds. I thought Monterrey. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Tunisia have the referee and you in the box. Japan turning up the pressure here. Japanese player goes off the pitch, ties his shoe. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Pitch, tie his shoe. You don't like the wave. There were any oceans here. Come. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Celebration police. Sounds like it. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. 1-1 sounds like it. Do. He shall receive. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. The Frankfurtman got rid of Estadio. How's that for a clever touch? Garby on his way. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Suzuki's long way from home needed to be careful. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. There's that man. Powered by Lenovo AI Kaishasano. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Really clever. Putting out fires. Referee FTF pressure now he draws. Gets his body in front of. Referee can't make such an obvious decision. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Beautiful football with the supporters in. You could feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Voice, Ueda able to win a corner. The noise inside this crowd is simply deafening. Might be a touch too selfish from Ueda on that one. Half turn, better option might have. The whole stadium on its feet sensing something special. Just to lay into the pathway of his oncoming teammate. Absolutely pulsating stuff under lights tonight. Fourth corner of the night for Japan. Tunisia, that's probable. The drama building with every passing moment here. Tunisia's contingency of Japan supporters. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. They're just waiting for the third goal and a chance to take control. Next opportunity to make what will be his. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. That's being kept track of by the little dashes between the SPX sides have remaining in the game. Ritsurdan leaves that a little bit short, and Hannibal. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff, and Hannibal. Beautiful disguised ball. Both benches, up on their feet, feeling every kick. Here comes Tunisia after the turnover. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Turnover, Manu looking for an option. For Hannibal, out wide, thumped away by the Japan. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Tunisia's attack was thumped away by Japan's solid backline, and that's for sure. He's trying to spot that one through the chaos. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Substitution Tukuni announced, making that darting run. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Across the near post to give the defender any trouble. Has had already. And both sets of supporters in full voice tonight for the entirety of the attacking third. Tunisia are really pushing forward in the attacking third especially. Tunisia, a lot of. Tunisia, a ton of question marks. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. A quiet night for. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. An opportunity to come in and be a different kind of. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. That allows Hannibal to relieve the ball up higher up the pitch. The intensity is relentless, you simply cannot look away. Tunisia showed a little bit more than what we saw from Tunski. Ueda Kamada is playing higher up the pitch as Japan push forward in their match against Tunisia. 9. Tomiyasu. Wedo. Japan turning up the pressure here. The drama building with every passing moment here. Ueda, Ritsu-dun riding the challenge. Ritsu-dun is riding the challenge now. Looks like Hajime Mori. Their roar goes up again as they surge forward. Substitutions are starting to get a little bit more frequent. The referee has awarded the ball back to Tunisia cleanly. Another great entry ball, and it. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Tunisia's right back is really loving coming out of that right back position. Nakamura. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Looking to cut inside, just as he did against the Dutch. Peace is looking widely for his first touches of the night. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Have to imagine Nakamura is going to start. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. As well, the Man U. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Show us he's clever, has no real team to breathe. Maybe try to. The energy in this stadium is something special. Rhythmic with this next sequence of passing of the ball. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Who wants to be more positive and creatism? Want to be more positive, but Japan firmly on the front foot right now, even when they win possession back. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Give your team a chance, I know. Tunisia are really pushing now. They're showing real grit, and Japan are starting to feel the pressure. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. At some point, they've got to test out this goalie. All night, it was a Tunisia are still in the game, but Japan are closing the gap as the first half comes to an end. This one intended for Ali Abdi picked off by I'm not, the stats are. Japan turning up the pressure here. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Suzuki, years of age, has caps for Japan. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Ito with the challenge from behind, and Junyo Ito, and it's another fabulous Morn Cup Japanese move. Japan, and boy are they enjoying Monterrey. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Pukumu now N. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. Maurice NT. The war goes up again as they surge forward. Tunisia still searching for a solution against Japan's running game, but this last goal is a thing of wonder. The ability to break lines, look at that pass. Look at that, pass Ueda, so. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Draws the defender with him, now there's space to add. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now, and Junya Ito, the willing run, body positioning gets in front of the defender. This is what the World Cup is all about, edge of your seat stuff. Ito showing that calm, that compose, finishes on the night. Rhinon International, Tyler. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high, with that movement specifically with the drama building with every passing moment here. Jito, Ueda Kamada pays off, Andy Japan, relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch, the night, Junyeta finally. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. 2026 Japan the act probably deserve a goal. The energy in the stadium is something special. Satham, oh come on now, hydration break, from the Japanese. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Junya Ito makes it 3, a calm, cool, and touches on what was just a slick and. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. Tunisia's got a mountain to climb, folks. We'll be right back in a moment, so jump on the bandwagon. Lamech, you can call it that too. David Beckham, do you fancy Salt and Vinny? Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. If this ain't winning the team, all trademarks are the property of their respective owners. Good morning, students. Our new dress code is now in effect today. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Today's geometry class will be held. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Sierra, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Hydration break. End to end, heart-and-mouth football right now. The drama building with every passing moment here. Every challenge met with the roar from stands. In the cooling break, during the first hydration break. The energy in this stadium is something special. FIFA World Cup England's Hervé Renard side have been picked. Hydration break. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Tunisia in Group F. What's standing right now? Hydration break. Praise, but this Japanese has hydration break. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. They're on it, and up top, Wheat is taking a hydration break. His hunger for the game is on fire. Hydration break. We talked about his ability to draw defenders and hydration break. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Movements. Him checking back to the ball. That's hydration break. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Fruition then, on that last goal. That gives Japan's defenders more time to regroup and organize. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Perfectly on that last goal by. Substitutions were spot on after that last goal by Don Kamada Ito. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Ito, Sugawara is going. Come on, the 22-year-old on loan from Southampton. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. And Junisuke Suzuki is stepping into the action. Danish First Division, one of their young stars. Those are the first. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium, a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. FC referee Moriyasu has used tonight for a coach that made. Entirety of the minutes, he has pressed all the bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. Hassan pressed all the right buttons in Mexico tonight. Ritsu Doan and Dave Chi Dacha Da. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. Da came off for a corner, Tunisia's SE. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. In his locker, the shot doesn't reach Suzuki. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. The shot doesn't reach Suzuki, the offside. Mentioning, when you talk about winning this, and the relevance of how that plays out in the knockout. So just thinking about future opponents is nothingness. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Who would you rather play, I almost would say, with you? Players they have on the pitch. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Vive and still even. But you know what? To me, it's more so you. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. There's a momentum that builds. I don't think anyone's sitting. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Confidence, regardless of who your opponent is. The energy in the stadium is something special. Mighty impressive Brian Diaz, Hakimi, Saberi, the slept. Ito says it's a corner. You can feel the tension crackling around the stadium. Tonight as well, a constant fret on. Ito is scanning the defense, scouting for those perfect gaps to slip through and create chances. Kai has zero sugar. He receives the ball as well as his starting and finishing positions. Positions outside. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Fifth corner of the night for Sugawara. Sano, one of the, you can cut the tension in here with a knife. Japan turning up the pressure here. One of the few misfires he's had in the FFA, elevating FIFA World Cup 2. The intensity's relentless. You simply cannot look away. Yusuke looks like more substitutions coming. Blue are making 2 more changes. Tunisia make 2 changes. Ayumu Seiko comes on. He made his debut for the Samurai Blue in this match. Blue in, he comes out to the seam. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Japan make a substitution. Tomiyasu comes on for Nakamura. He's coming out to the seam. Suzuki is on for Seiko Yu. Substitutions for CDII. And Su. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. And Suzuki is the other substitution who comes onto the. Yuito Suzuki of Freiburg is earning just his 7th cap here. Tangy stuff just outside the box. The Japanese were looking for a foul. Reaction from the fans, they're trying to. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. The second one on Hannibalus gets a foul, and the first challenge isn't a foul, 2 different players. His first touches in the game are clever ones. A couple of defenders really beat when 0-2-6. Really unfortunate not to get the call. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Tunisia stepping onto the pitch tonight had only given up. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Entirety of their qualifying. The energy in the stadium is something special. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Appearance, TISI. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Concerning how they bled goals throughout this competition. Again against Belgium. Austria are a good team. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Asking, is this group as good defensively as advertised? Spills it momentarily, now Klex. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. Defending, keep your eyes on the back line. 5 in the back to me this issue. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. If you don't step up the pressure and boost the XG on the Tunisia pitch against Japan. Tunisia's midfield isn't stepping up, and Japan's XG is pushing their lines, and they're just 0.02 off. The midfield is winning the ball in pockets of space and turning it, like this stopped in. Defender you're pointing the finger it, and we'd be remiss if a real battle unfolding out on the pitch, and we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the absence available throughout the rest of. Enough for tonight. He's the heartbeat of this match. The whole stadium on its feet sensing something special. The drama building with every passing moment here. Japan's near-flawless performance against Tunisia through 81 minutes. That's the depth we've been talking about. Not going to be nice. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Sugawara from Japan, a tale of two colors. The energy in this stadium is something special. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. They've been singing non-stop. Good football. It's a free header towards the backstick, and it finds it. The pace of this contest is breathtaking. Choose are in, and it's Ueda again. And it's Ueda again. It is. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. It's a Japanese onslaught at the home of CF. Ever scored in the MA. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Once again, it starts with my Munnin picking up that loose ball. Look at him carry that rod. It's just not a hopeless ball play. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. He spots Ueda's run, but he fades into that back line. Valvo has one glance, now a delicately clipped ball. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Valvoline Copa Moon FIFA 2026 all higher with his header. There's no pace on this ball, so he's charging down the wing, all power and purpose, heading straight for the byline. Re-kick, what a dime of a header that is to pick up. To get that far post, despite the challenge from the defender. Ueda backs his brace, and that's game, set, match. We're making history for being here for Japan become. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Tunisia have scored 4 goals in a World Cup match. That's a record for a team in a World Cup game. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Dutch as it stands. Again, Tunisia left for dead. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. J-To, Urida, Kamada, Japan taking control again against Tunisia, Lenovo. Jito, Ueda, Kamada, Tunisia left for dead. Got a player from Tunisia in the penalty area. Tunisia's penalty area, Keisuke Goto has come on in for the match. Substitution after the goal madness and Jules. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war. Everton are making a substitution for Ueda during the Goto break. I have a feeling coffee supporters, if they do indeed. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. I've been really pleased with his hold of play, his whip. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. You see two completely different types of the shot from distance, the way he's... Tunisia are behind and that. Stress the level of difficulty on that header. His own power. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. That's what I'm saying. The energy in this stadium is something special. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch. Here, that led to this contact in the box. Here we are on the 87th minute, and he's running like it's the 5th. You could feel the tension crackling around this stadium. And I will say, Hajime Moriyasu, his side, I think. That point again against the... Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. Tunisia come back for being down a goal on 2. But better. He said that to his... excellent on both sides of the pitch. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. With a clean sheet, that goes a long way. Team can look like, with possession out of. They're staying focused and staying true to their plan. Japan turning up the pressure here. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up, and it has been all Jaya. Japan since virtually the moment the referee has said go. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second, minutes, the third and fourth goals coming in the 69th, and Juni don't, Ito, years, and the drama building with every passing moment here. Ito, years and days, why isn't Mo Edu still? A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Gus about another, I might feel that whole tie. The pace of this contest is breathtaking, but it can give you my reasons go. Tunisia have surged right up to the top of the table. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch, a battleground. Tunisia are in sole possession of first place in Group F, and it will. Tunisia are out of the competition after this loss here tonight. Again, a lot of people expected them to perhaps top. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. What an occasion this is, the stakes sky high. Swedes, but they've done absolutely nothing but. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Ito senses the pressure just at the last moment and able to shimmy away from it. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Shimmy away from it. Japan, Sano he's been. The crowd roaring their team forward, what a setting this is. When you look at what he's done for his side in the heart of the match, the atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Counterparts, Skihiri, it's Dekaviar. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch, his reading of the game. With whoever his partner is right. Neither side giving an inch in this midfield war, just has a good feel, and the man in Japan's just cut the ball. The energy in this stadium is something special. Shirt Ueda, first ever Japanese player, considering the talent they've. End-to-end, heart-in-mouth football right now. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. Tunisia stepping into the compound today, a little too shy. What you scared of? He's a legend. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. He's a legend. I still haven't asked you for. Scared of you saying no. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. Tunisia's coach Hervé Renard makes 2 more substitutions in this clash against Japan. Renard, El Eskahiri, is going to the whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special. El Eskahiri is coming off, and Ali Abdi is also coming off. Tunisia are trying to keep their lead in this match. Substitutions unfortunately already been Akari Khedira accomplished for the most part. The drama building with every passing moment here. Khedira's making his way onto the pitch for Japan. Khedira, 6 minutes of stoppage time. The end of this second half. Tunisia and what their federation has gone. A real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Both benches up on their feet, feeling every kick. And leading into 2023, where they're residing. Bodies on the line. Every inch of this pitch, a battleground. They were grouped in AFCON in. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff, before they landed on Hervé Renard. They've been desperately trying to find a way through. The noise inside this ground is simply deafening. To be completely frank, there were a lot of people who thought direction part of this massive. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. Tunisia grabbing 4 points in Qatar, beating France, yes, a heavily rotated. Relentless intensity, neither side willing to give an inch, rounds but taking 3 points off of, trying to transition from some. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. Tunisia are bringing in some of their older legends and mixing them with some of the new young blood. We're seeing some players wearing numbers that include 2s. They haven't been up to snuff, end-to-end, heart-and-mouth football right now. Absolutely pulsating stuff under the lights tonight. Tunisia steamroller them at almost every single stop. There's zero lead-up from the Tunisia. You talk about their what? Afraid not. Tunisia's defense is coming into this tour. You can cut the tension in here with a knife. The intensity is relentless. You simply cannot look away. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Let them mature into the game in the attack. The roar goes up again as they surge forward. It's Japan in the ascendancy at the moment. He's one for the future. One of the focal points to build their team. Tunisia are looking to find that perfect rhythm in attack, allowing their play to gel and click into place. Instead, they've been chasing positive football by the Tunisia. It's their 3rd consecutive. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. They've never lost by 4 goals in a match. They've now done it in back-to-back games. The atmosphere in here is absolutely electric. Japan's adventurous play once again shines through in this thrilling Tunisia match, and even looking at the roster of Tunisia, enduring a real battle unfolding out on the pitch. Never did think it would be this one-sided in their open. The energy in this stadium is something special. 2 games, which we've both been on the call for JP To'o, not up to snuff. Bodies on the line, every inch of this pitch a battleground. With the approach I thought coming into Bo, kinda grew. Both sets of supporters in full voice tonight. Peace. They approach the game. Maybe it's because the noise inside this ground is simply deafening. Aggressive. We saw that in small. This is what the World Cup is all about. Edge of your seat stuff. Japan firmly on the front foot right now. Moment where they were more positive. They higher up the pitch. Neither side given an inch in this midfield war before the half. Obvious they didn't get a goal, but Gaby. Wave after wave of pressure, the crowd lapping up every second. Tunisia are struggling to find that final third magic against Japan. Hugh, the future, more so the 3rd game. Nerves jangling now as the tension ratchets up. They'll look to push forward and take more chances as they know. Let me base more of our performance that. The crowd roaring their team forward. What a setting this is. To be fair, I don't think a lot of people pegged. Gone down, they're gonna have it. What an occasion this is. The stakes sky high. Opportunity against the Dutch to play against a side at the site. If they can get a goal or step up their game. The whole stadium on its feet, sensing something special, likely going to be in future World Cups more. Every challenge met with a roar from the stands. So go and play. How some of these young shaper right now. Down 4. Down. It's easy to complain about how they're. The ball. Tunisia back in their starting positions. Approach, I hope at. You can feel the tension crackling around this stadium. From Renard and the older players stole these keys. Creative players higher up the pitch. Japan have thrived while Tunisia have struggled. Worldio, and that's gonna do it. Full time. Japan's mastery tonight was undeniable. Ueda's clinical finish sealed the statement, a reminder of their precision and composure when it matters most. Japan's dominance tonight was a masterclass in control and efficiency. Ueda's strike was the exclamation mark on a performance that told a story long